ご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
What's up, dudes and dudettes? Welcome to my channel. As always, I'm your host, the one and only Sugi, and today I will be giving my first impressions on this new Steam Early Access game that was released yesterday on Steam called Blast Out. And it was originally a Kickstarter project, yeah. And I was one of the people who backed the game back then when it was on Kickstarter not too long ago. And it had a different name back then. I don't remember the exact name right now. I think it was like Ruin the Arena or something like that. And I didn't really like that name particularly. And it was good that they changed it. Maybe it was because of copyright or trademark issues, or they thought that Blast Out would be a better name. Blast Out does represent what the game is about. However, it's really important to be discoverable in the search engine. So when you write now Blast Out on Google, it wasn't even on the first page. Maybe that will change in upcoming days because it just got released on Steam. But it's very important that people will find your game. And because of that, I don't really like the name. And I really had a hard time recalling the name also. And maybe it's too similar to games like Battle Right in a sense in the name, because it's kind of same letters and kind of, well, not real. Okay, that was a bit more far-fetched. But people, however, are probably now drawing the lines of similarities between Blast Out and Battle Right. However, these are actually two different games. Yes, they are graphically and stylistically in terms of the controls very similar to each other, yes. However, Battle Right is more of an arena game slash MOBA, and Blast Out is a Warlock game. And Warlock genre was born in, like many other games, like MOBAs. And Warcraft 3, it was a mod, and the idea and the concept of the Warlock is that you have a ring, and you have different spells and abilities which you will use to stay in the ring and push other people outside the ring. Once they're outside the ring, they usually will instantly die or will start losing health, and the one that survives is kind of like King of the Hill type of a setting, but you have to push other people out of the hill. So very similar type of context, and that is pretty much the Warlock genre. So it's a bit different. You can be playing in teams, you can also be playing in FFA, free for all. And it's certainly different. There are a lot of graphical similarities between these two games. Blast Out does seem to have this sort of a trend with animals. That's why it really reminds me of the other game, Brawl Out, which I reviewed on my other channel. A fighting game that's kind of like Smash Bros. But has animals on it. And obviously, I'm a big fan of animals. I really like the designs in this game. Also, the items and the outfits are 5 out of 5. Like in terms of like customization and the outfits, this is maybe the best game I've seen to have this sort of system. I mean, Dota is pretty close, and Battle Right has also good ones. But I don't like all the designs in Battle Right. Like some of them are kind of boring. In this one, they're like drastically different. And you kind of have like 3 different arenas, and that's where the game is a bit unique from the original Warlock concept. So you have this sort of nether type of a thing where you have these runes appearing on the map on a certain different patterns. So in this one, you don't really necessarily knock out people, you just have to stay out of the runes. And then you have this desert thing where there's wind coming out in circles, and this one you have to push out people. And the third one is this sort of like a magma map where it's kind of like crushing and the arena is falling apart, and obviously you can't go into the lava. And right now there is only 3 different characters. Each of them seem to have one passive innate ability and one active ability that they can change. And I do like the designs of these 3 characters, the ape, and there's what is it called, a red panda, and I don't really even know what the third one is, some type of a, is it a bear or a koala? No, I don't really know, it's not a koala. But they have to add more characters to the game. The game runs very, very smoothly. The graphics are very beautiful. The physics engine's really nice. Something that I didn't like about Battle Right is always felt that the physics engine and the map wasn't very lively. And in this one, you can see the stage actually being alive. It does feel like things are happening on the screen. The controls are pretty good, as in other Warlock games. Once you hop into the game, you're able to choose out your spell loadout. You have things like Blink, Fireball is very classic, Thunder, and each of them have different type of damage. and you know, certain type of level of knockback. And in also what other Warlock games that I have played in the past don't have is there's also this sort of a shield system, so you have to break the shield before they start taking damage, and the shield seems to recharge, so it kind of rewards players who are, you know, dodging a lot of the abilities on the map, which is a pretty good idea. It also makes the game a lot longer than a normal Warlock game has been. And there has been, you know, I think there's one Warlock game in Steam right now, and there's been a few other adaptations. There's at least one mod in Dota 2 and Han, and I actually reviewed the Han map in here. I think it's called The Prophets. But overall, the game is right now on sale at $10 roughly, and its original price is going to be $13. I'm not really sure, is it going to be free to play, or is it going to be having a price to it? It definitely needs more content. There are some certain unlockables, like hats for the characters and armors, and war paint, which is different skins, so you can like look like a panda or a different type of ape and such, and these are really cool. As you complete the game, like play the maps, kind of like in Battle Rights, the characters level up and the abilities also level up. There's no like leaderboards and ranking systems yet. The UI is okay. You have a chest system. Not really a big fan of the chests, but in this game you seem to get them very, very fast. So you know, it doesn't take long to actually grind out a certain item that you maybe want. Not really sure how it's gonna be tweaked in the official release, but right now the game looks very good. I like the music. It's very detailed. Nothing something like super. It's not on Zelda level or Final Fantasy, but the music is pretty good. It plays out really smoothly. Some of the things that they need to improve is change the fonts on the battle screen. The fonts that it shows is really bad. The cursors for the abilities, this works a bit differently, so you kind of choose ability and then you kind of aim. So use right click to aim and then, you know, a left click to release. This is a bit different. It took me some time to use to, but it's really easy, especially if you haven't really played Battle Right or other games like this before. But overall, I mean, there's a lot of very positive things to say about. Right now, the only negatives, as I said, I don't like certain font styles they have in the game. I'm not really a big fan of the name, but it makes sense because the game is about blasting the opponent out from the screen. And also, it needs more characters. We need more animals. I want to see a rabbit. I want to see a koala. What else I would like to see? There has to be like a bat character. I like bats a lot. Gecko. You have to have a lizard, obviously. So they have the need to, and new arenas obviously they need to add, and you know, a lot of tweaking. But the basic of the game is really fun, especially with friends. And there's a level of skill obviously on, because there's no crits, there's no RNG. It's all about skill shots, like Battle Right. So it's all skill based, which makes it really, really nice. But in this game, I do feel that it's Battle Right sometimes like was so much like based on the compositions. So you could get really, really fucked that if you didn't pick a healer or anything like that. And in this game, you don't really have that problem. And that's what I really like about Blast Out. But that's pretty much what I gotta say about this game. I will be definitely making more videos about this. I at least will be doing a full review. But I'm gonna be waiting right now until I get more patching, need more characters. And maybe new arena. I think the current arenas are pretty good though. And it probably needs to go free to play, because I don't think that it's maybe aiming for the more fun side of things. It can be competitive as well, but I don't think that if Battle Right is going to be free to play, it's going to be really hard to get people buying this game unless it's like really maybe $4 or something, like really, really low entry point for the game. That I don't know, but it definitely has to be very low price or free to play. Thanks for watching this review. Stay tuned for more reviews. Got one coming out tomorrow maybe. And subscribe, like the video, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers.